Yo yippee yo yippee 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 yo yippee 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 yo yo yo. It's time to do a gun geo. And how do I? How come I keep getting these runs with 0 shambling rounds? I don't even think that's true. Jackie just gave me a haircut. It's looking dazzling and dashing, as it always does. She's getting like even better. The dazzle and dash quotient is increasing. Quotient is increasing with everyone. It's also beginning to look more more like a Guile style haircut, which is what I'm really digging about it. It seems closer to a flat top broom cut, which is dope in my opinion. I think it looks really good. It's kind of weird that I feel like I've kind of made a loop to some degree, because I had a flat top when I was very young, like elementary school age, and I remember after I kind of got rid of it, I was like, that was a silly kid's haircut. And as time has gone on, I find myself looking back to it like, that wasn't bad at all, actually. It just there's a tendency to associate anything that you've done in the past as childish.
Your afro?
No, I don't know. I'm talking about my flat top that I had when I was in elementary school.
Oh, now you have one now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like a baby for a while?
Huh?
Did you feel like a baby version of yourself?
When we started this, no. I mean, like when I saw it on other people, I was like, for a while, and I'm talking about like back in college and stuff, I would see it kind of was hitting that nostalgia point where people were getting them again. But back in college, I'd be like, that's silly. That's, you know, that's a childish style. And it kind of, I think probably either by seeing it on more people or distancing it from my own experience and just thinking about it more in the abstract, it's kind of regrown on me. Dang, this is so many fucking bolts.
Literally.
Aha, the hair has grown. On my head, that is. Jackie, stop! You can't. Boss fights. You can't.
The real Miles.
This is just the one 5 times a run. Or 6 or 7.
Well, why do I always come in for those?
I don't know. You're asking me instead of you.
Ugh.
Don't Hank Hill about it.
Blah.
No thanks, no Hanks, as I say. She's telling me that my door has become a jar. No longer a door. When is a door not a door? Okay, the fight's over, Jackie. She does care. She likes to pretend, but she cares much. So much. Probably not in here. That's a crumb of a bee-ummer. But yeah, for that was actually a pretty crazy Trigger Twins fight. It went a lot. It went JB smoother than it could have. I didn't go in with a full charge, stupidly, because, you know, I should have realized it wouldn't have been the old king, or the bullet king, because I came in from the top. You can't come in from the top on the bullet king, okay? It's not possible. It's impossible. This is like a secret room right here, right? There's a key in it, but the key brings another problem alongside it. It brings another chest. Another chest means I need another key. So, well, we're closer to the number of keys and chests. Is this supposed to be a Harry Potter room? You gotta tell me if this is supposed to be a Harry Potter room. It's the law. Do you know that cops don't have to tell you if they're cops if they're undercover? That's like a made-up rule. It's like when your teacher's 15 minutes late, you could leave. None of those are true. Like, those are all made-up liar rules perpetuated by falsifiers. That's why they come with the old slogan, liar, liar, falsifier. Undercover cops are allowed to stay undercover and not give up their identity, even if you ask. That's the old kids song we all know, love, and continue to love. Oh, dang. What? That sucks. I hope that's not true. That seems like she probably was already on her last leg. If one 20-minute delay ended in a termination of our career. Did she also, like, slap a student in the face or something? Also, hello, Vic. How you doing? Dang, these keys are awesome. As awesome-o as Moss-imo. I hope she's living a better life now, not getting her job taken from her because kids ate. Rocket launcher is really good, especially early. That's gonna rip through some early floor bosses. Daruma is also going to rip through some early floor bosses. So, all things said plus done. Yikes, that's the one part of this that I don't love. All things said plus done, we're in a pretty good spot. That was the only reason they fired her. I swear there's got to be something else. There were budget cuts and they were looking for an excuse, or she accidentally slept with the principal's dog or something. Who knows? Who knows? But I don't think you can fire someone for being 20 minutes late one time. If she had a history of tardiness, maybe. My wife's from Jersey. We need to go back out there soon. He's from the Princeton area. The neighborhood her family lives in is, I guess, pretty close to the home from The Sopranos. They took me by it, and I was like, I didn't watch The Sopranos, so I didn't know what it was. But I was supposed to be impressed. And I think it was pretty disappointing that I hadn't been, or that I wasn't been. I wasn't being impressed. I never watched the show. I don't know. I didn't mean any offense, Jackie's dad, but. Whoa, those were weird. They didn't turn into blobs. Doo-doo-doo. Whoa, come on, dude. The thing about the dog is a joke, though. I hope she didn't accidentally have sex with a dog. It'd be traumatic for both parties. How would you accidentally end up in that situation? You had a drink and said, wow, look at the wiener on that thing. Solder your Atari 2600? That's crazy. I didn't know teachers played video games. I thought they were anti-video. I thought they were all like, video games rot your video brains. So why not don't play them? That idea is so strange to me. The idea of video games rotting your brain. I totally agree with, and this is going to make me sound like an old guy. I totally agree with passive entertainment being problematic. Passive entertainment, where you're not doing anything, teaches you that you can derive pleasure from just sitting there and watching other stuff happen. But if you're fully engaged into the entertainment, if you're actually doing things, I don't see how it can be understood as brain rot. You gotta do stuff. You have to make choices. Like, you have to perform actions. If anything, at least increases the hand-eye coordination aspect of the brain, which would make you a better football thrower or a soccer ball kicker. That's not bad. That's a pleasant end to that story. Or I mean, I guess not the end. She didn't die after she bought the 2600. But like, it's good that she was still doing all right, and you helped her get a gift for her kid. Dude, why does health never drop when I need health, but it always drops when I'm doing just dandy? Man, when they invented those old video game systems, I feel like it was all about input and there was no real consideration for ergonomics. Product ergonomics is like a pretty new focus. I don't know why I said focused. Like, even look at the original NES controller. That thing is like a fucking nightmare. Like, who wants a controller with a bunch of sharp angles that, you know, it was supposed to be a kid's toy, so I understand it being small. But, like, that thing fucking hurt to use for a while. The Genesis was the first controller that I saw that really had ergonomics as a focus. Yeah, right? They were trying to use the least number of new material, I guess. Used the least amount of new material. Was ColecoVision the one that had, like, the full keyboard on it? Because I remember that one being real stupid. Or I remember thinking that one was real stupid. I remember the Jaguar 64 had a bunch of buttons or something. There's some system with like a shitload of buttons, no real understanding that like you gotta simplify input and have complex like applications of the combinations of buttons that exist instead of just having 30 buttons on a controller. That's actually something I dislike about... I kind of like, kind of dislike about playing mouse and keyboard. It seems like the best way to design a game for mouse and keyboard is to allow people to use a million different buttons for distinct actions. Oh, okay, right. Broccoli, oh my god, that's amazing. I can't believe we got broccoli. That's an amazing get. Amazing get. And the cues keep dropping. Whoa, dudes. Back the fuck up. Why am I getting hit so much? What's wrong with me? This is a good run. Don't screw it up by taking a bunch of unnecessary damage. Yo. Boom, boom, beep, boom, boom. That's great. That's great. Boom, boom, pap, boom, boom, pap, boom, 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 pap, boom, jiggle it, jiggle it. Well, Bill. Yeah, the first system that I think my family owned was an NES. It was the first one my dad actually sprung for. He had friends. We had like friends and neighbors that had older systems. I had a cousin that had it's like a Master System, and I thought it was or not Master System. What was it called? What was the first one called? Was it the Mega Drive? I don't know. I don't remember the order of the names for the Segas, but he had the pre-Genesis Sega, and I thought it was the most amazing thing in the fucking world. I remember playing Mickey Mouse in the Castle of Illusion, I believe, and just being, like, blown away by it. Like, absolutely loved that game. Like, I think it was Castle of Illusion. You got different wands that allowed you to do different things. Dude, yeah, Mega Drive was the first. Okay, yeah. The 6-button controller, I thought was going to be like a game changer for me. When I got one for, whoa, for some fighting game. I feel like the name of it was like Eternal Darkness or Eternal Warriors or something. But that 6-button controller freaking blew, in my opinion. I had such a hard time with it. It felt like some of the buttons were hard to reach. Maybe I had smaller hands as a kid or something, but like, it was super uncomfortable for me. But I could use arcade sticks. The difference with arcade sticks, though, is you could like put your hand down. You could you would use your fingers flat on it. Why do so many of those shots still miss when they're fatter? Yeah, I had the 3-button one. I actually bought the 6-button one because this fighting game I had, there was like a guy in a trench coat and a woman in a purple Chinese dress. God, I cannot remember the name of that game. The game had the ability to play with just 3 buttons, but it was so uncomfortable. They designed the game for 6-button input. It was so like uncomfortable that it wasn't even worth it to play it with just 3 buttons. So I convinced my dad, who I was visiting at the time, to buy a 6-button controller. And then I had a terrible time with it, and he was like, never again. But I think the 6-button controller ended up feeling better for like Virtua Racing or some game I got on the 32X. Yeah, it wasn't, I think it was the game's fault and not the 6-button controller's fault that I had trouble with it. I think it was the way you had to input commands, or maybe it was because it was the first game I was using it. Dude, I loved the 32X. I played the hell out of Knuckles Chaotix. I think that was one of my favorite games that nobody else had played growing up. Knuckles Chaotix. I really wish I could name more games. The Virtua series, Virtua Fighter, Virtua Racing. I don't know what else. I feel like I played a lot of games on the 32X, and I just don't remember what they are called. There was one, like, main game I played. I got it with Virtual Racer. And that was one that it was like I was able to show to my friends as the reason, the justification for the entire system. Virtual Racing blew people away. Yeah, they were. And they were rare as shit. They were only like, I think I had, you know, I bought 3 games for it. I couldn't find games to rent because there were so few games and Blockbuster didn't make a profit off of holding them. Dude. That was good. Oh, and it found me a secret room. Nice. Dude, don't destroy that chest. Oh shit, is this a free? This is a free. Alright, let's go fight the boss. Oh, I like that idea. I haven't experienced it myself, but I really like that idea. What? She didn't jump under the water? This game is fucking weird sometimes. Spontaneously new behaviors. .32X, I got as 2 separate things. I wasn't able to get a 32X and Genesis at the same time. Oh my god, Gilded Bullets. I'm not going to the rat on this one, unfortunately. I did it earlier today. I don't feel like doing the rat. Already found the secret. Bought all I feel like buying. Didn't get a drop of health on that floor, somehow. The libraries, I guess I'm assuming you mean like old console games, right? I'm assuming they don't loan out Xbox and PlayStation console games, because you can just put those on the fucking hard drive. Really? Huh. I feel like console games needed a product key. Maybe that's just... I mean, I know the Switch doesn't. But I thought other consoles still needed a product key. Maybe they still have to hold the, because you can install them. Maybe you just can't install. I don't know. Double vision would be so good. But double vision is not defense. And double vision costs money, which means less damage for me. That's so crazy. I know they rent out DVDs, like, you can go to the library and treat it like a blockbuster, like a new age blockbuster, with the only fees being late fees. But I didn't know video games. That's crazy. The Seattle library is pretty good, a little like strangely organized to such a degree that it's like harder to use than it needs to be. But I'm glad to have like a kind of a world-class library in my neck of the woods. I have two problems with libraries. One, if I go in knowing exactly what I want, I look for that and then I don't really look for anything else. And if I go in not knowing what I want, I am immediately overwhelmed to the point of like getting nothing. I'm not a browser. I don't know how to yeah, I just don't know how to do it. We're not going to use 2 keys for a blue chest. Ooh. Not in this lifetime. Yeah, I've seen that, and I think that's really fucking cool. Audiobooks are something that, like, I kind of slept on for a little bit. I thought, you know, they were the sign of a lower intellect. But, like, I don't really have as much time as I thought I would to be just, like, yeah, exactly. To sit down and just read, it has to be a very specific situation for me. The only time I physically read a book nowadays is when I am going to sleep, and it usually is at the expense of sleep. It's not... I don't get both. I get one or the other. Let's get this guy out of here first. I don't want to deal with him. Oh, cool. I have 3 blanks, too. Damn, that sucks. That was very bad positioning on my part. That was really good. I'm glad this thing fills up so quickly, but... Ooh. I feel like I should have done better on this fight with the tools I had at my disposal. Yeah, I love audiobooks now. I regret my my judgmentalness. Not a real word. I regret having been so judgmental and determining that something that is extremely useful isn't, because I've decided that it isn't. And I'm trying to cut that kind of behavior out of myself.
What do you regret?
Nothing. Saying that audiobooks are lame.
Yes. Shame on you.
What? I didn't say that. I said shame is a waste of time. I never said regret nothing ever.
Yep.
No, I didn't. Dude, I don't know which one I want. Reload Stone is pretty good, and I have a synergy with it, but Daruma is very good, and
This person?
it's one of Absquatula's faithful. What are you doing?
Getting out of here.
I'm not asking you to leave. I'm asking you to just... I don't know.
Not be here.
No, just, like, not stand over me and pick your fingers. Feels weird.
No deal.
Okay. My bad.
Just gonna do anything.
I'm liking Monster Hunter Iceborne a good deal. I think it's still, it's going to take me a while to get fully into it, because I think there's so much you have to relearn. I put enough time between then and now. Put enough time between when I played it before and coming back to it that I'm struggling to remember a lot of the systems, and there are a lot of systems. It is a very, very layered game. The new weapons, the hunting, the crafting, the ways to modify your weapons, the elemental bonuses, the resistances, all of this stuff. It dude, I feel like I forgot something in that last one. It takes a lot to have it all, you know, in your dome, in your brain dome, and you have to do it piece by piece. So currently, I feel like I'm playing catch up with my previous knowledge, which, you know, is fine. I don't think that it should just, the game should be simple. I love that it's a game that you can put different amounts of time into and have different experiences. You can really min-max and go for extreme builds and stuff. But it just takes some time to remember how all of that shit works. And I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet again, I guess. This is the thing that's weird. That's not going to hurt anybody. But production-wise, in terms of quality of the experience, I think they knocked it out of the park. I think it's surprising how good they made the game look and feel. Stardew Valley is designed as such, though. It's like supposed to be. The whole point of it, I feel, is to emulate not having enough time to accomplish the things you want, and therefore you pick the game back up every day. You can't put it down after a single day because you can't accomplish everything you want in a single in-game day. If you could, you get bored, and that's what tended to happen to me towards the end of my couple of playthroughs. I hit a spot where, like, it felt like I could put more into it, but I was getting things accomplished fast enough that it didn't matter. And yeah, I kind of stopped playing because of that. I like the game, though. I respect the game. Dude, how many freaking Gatling carts are we gonna get? Oh my god. I'm so poisoned. It's just weird. It's like every time I think of starting Stardew again, it feels like I just get I remember what the end game feels like. And I know that they added some stuff to the end game. Dude, I have to get this. And I, like, have to get it early. We're close to the boss. We'll get it, and we'll start on this next one. Yeah, I like, and that's, I think that that's fair. They added that new update that probably contributed to the long-term fun factor of the game, but I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten to any of the new stuff. So for me, I just kind of feel like maybe I stopped playing too early. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, this... Man, Every time I've lost a lead god recently, it's on a boss that I think is one of the easiest ones. He shot a bullet with another enemy in it. So the bullet got absorbed, and then the enemy was in my body, basically. Seems fair, seems right. Why don't I have any spare hearts? There we go. I'm just like not really a big open-ended experience kind of guy anymore. And I think that that's like, it's something I've come to realize about myself that I don't necessarily like, but I 100% accept. Like, and it's also not completely true because I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, which is about as MMOs are meant to be extremely open-ended, right? They're meant to be huge time sinks. But I really like Final Fantasy XI because I can put a little bit of time in it each time, and I don't have to sink a ton of time anymore. Bullet hell? You mean like this game here? Or do you mean a game called Bullet Hell? I only like, I don't really like bullet hells. I like over-the-top shooters, twin stick shooters, which this is more similar to. There are bullet hell elements in a game like this, but I don't feel like it's like primary. Oh shit, that was dumb. Its primary feature. Because I kind of agree with you, bullet hells. It feels like they demand too much focus at all times. Dang, I shouldn't have started reloading. How do I instantly have 265 casings after buying a bunch of stuff? What happened? What's going on with my money? I feel like the game is messing up. Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes some ideas from Bullet Hells. And I think the fact that it has a zone called Bullet Hell means that the developers were aware of that comparison. That similarity. But I really feel like it's... it doesn't feel as like it's just you and a million bullets in positioning. The dodge roll gives it, you know, eases some of that feeling, the blanks. The ability to, like, constantly do things that aren't just be engulfed in bullets, I think makes me feel like it's not a full description of the game. This is giving me more ammo or more freaking gold than it ever has before. And I use this synergy a lot. I would actually consider Binding of Isaac to be even closer to a bullet hell, personally. Just because Binding of Isaac has less ability to dodge. Oh god. So you're kind of stuck. Dude, this is paying out so much. It's just you and enemies coming at you, and that's it. There's no other mechanics to kind of help you with any of the situations. Dang, that was a bad fucking use of the reload stone. We'll do this later, but we will do it, even though it's going to cost us a little bit of money. We're almost at, we're very surprisingly almost at the bonus limit so quickly. The bonus limit is 500 casings for gilded bullets. And I really do believe that my, and that's a plus 100% damage. Plus the, like, however much damage we got from fat bullets. So what's up, fat bullets? And I said, cool, then. Who am I kidding? Who am I fooling? Oh, I understand that. And that's a totally, totally fair point of view to have. I feel like there is something to be said about the number of games that utilize the same, like, point of view, the same overarching mechanics. I mean, this game type has been around since Robotron. There's nothing new about it. Like, if you really want to get a fresh or new experience. I don't love... I don't personally love... I don't think all graphics are created equal. I think I'm more likely to like a game that looks like this than a game that looks like Monster Hunter, you know? There's so much more you can do wrong going for closer to photorealistic. Damn! I thought I had that one. I should have opened the treasure chest on this floor first. I could have gotten flight. Dude. Alright, dude. Here we go. Got two of them. Have a good one, Vic. I will probably pop over to Squatchy's stream soon. I will also probably join Squatchy in Monster Hunter if that's what he's playing here in a little bit. And anybody that the turtle starts firing on, I just have to... Oh, that's what he's playing? Okay. I'll see if he wants to do any Monster Hunter in a little bit. Yeah. I know that set us back a good deal on the money, but it's not going to have set us back for very long. The rate of money drops. Dude, why am I so bad at using this fucking thing effectively? There we go. What's the fucking deal with the drop rate on some of this stuff? Let's get this out of here. We don't need it. Wanna be it. I actually forgot about this guy even being here. I think I should sell Blasphemy too, yeah. See, there we are, right back. Right under 500. Whoa. Cool, that was essentially free. Love it. Like it and love it. And we got Pistol Machine, which is fucking great. Please don't fall in the pit. Oh my god. There we go. Reload star. Let's buy another key. And be on our way. Your Honor. Yeah. Who am I kidding? Who am I fooling? And they be like, what's up, fat lip? And I say, cooling. Don't understand what those lyrics mean. I mean, I've never been good at slang. Whoa, that was kind of scary. The amount I wasn't paying attention to that guy. Any of the damage down we're getting from the distance aspect of the fat bullets, the stout bullets, I mean, is very, very much negated by the gilded bullets. And you know, our little dude actually doing all the killing is pretty nice too. Let me see something. Gonna drop some coin. Yep. Double drop. Alright, we're at 500. Oh my god damned lord. Fuck. We're at 500, so we can start spending again. While we get ourselves back. Dang! Should have used that on my actual boss weapon that I have. Right. Shoot once, and let the turtle do the rest. Alright, where is it? Where is it? There, now we don't have to worry about it again. It would have filled up exactly at the same time. So it's not like I really made a smart guy call there. Right. I can't burn. Hey, bullet. You wanna fucking stop spinning around me? We'll probably get that. Let's see how much money we can make before then, though. This is the guy. Not ready to go to a Yeti. Not ready, Yeti. Man, I've been doing a lot, I guess an average amount of rat fights recently. I'm gonna say a lot, but it doesn't seem to be actually true. But I do still oftentimes run into the misconception that I have the rat shoes or the, what do you call it? Dang. The other one. One I definitely do not do. Don't want to do it just yet. And I definitely don't want to use a blink. This is a great time to fill up this. Come on, do it quick. There we go. Full. It's a great, terrible brown chest that I got. A great, terrible brown chest that I got. Oh god. Like, I keep expecting to absorb those bullets. Because I'm pretty used to, you know, being in rat mode by this point. Neat. I have to, like, actively force myself to not... Don't waste my fucking blanks. To not, just go straight towards edges, towards hits. You hear that they're doing a Morbius movie with Jared Leto as the titular Mad Dr. Morbius. And it looks really fucking terrible because Sony sucks at making superhero movies. Like, I'm not trying to be like a Marvel fanboy over here. And Marvel has some dog shit movies. I don't care what anybody says. There's some bad ones. And you know, we need to be honest. Be honest about the good and that's amazing. About the good and the bad. But nobody does it worse than Sony. I mean, plenty of people make worse movies than Sony. But nobody consistently takes something that's going well and turns it into trash garbage than Sony. Ooh, I think I will. Still over 500. And I guess we'll get this. I know I had the balloon there. I'm fully aware of what I was doing. Yeah, I mean, there's everybody has a tendency to think that, you know, everything was done better in the past or whatever, and I'm right there with the wrong generation style of stuff. But like, there's some real shits out there. There's some real, genuine shits out there, and I think it would be dishonest to act like everything's good so that you don't seem crotchety. Everything is not good. At least that's how I'm treating the whole situation. A lot of stuff I like. But there's a lot of stuff I just don't maybe care for as much as I could. However, there's also a lot of stuff that I approved of that is not really great because I watched it when I was more impressionable or whatever. A lot of old Like I was thinking about The Matrix recently. There's a new Matrix movie coming out. Will Smith had an interview where he said he regretted not accepting the role of Neo, which, I don't know, who cares? But I've been thinking, like, I loved The Matrix when it came out. It was a pure expression of a lot of the ideas that had been bouncing around in my head. Not like I thought of, but a lot of the interesting things that I thought would be interesting in the future. The idea of simulated existence, the idea of a battle between robots and humans, like the rise of artificial intelligence, all of that stuff was very, very interesting and very, very potent on my brain at the time. But it's kind of a corny fucking movie. It's kind of like, it's got the goofification, I guess. It goofifies, it makes goofy cyberpunk ideals. I hadn't really read much cyberpunk at that age, but I had a beginner's grasp on the concept. And, you know, it makes it like, it made it corny and cheesy. But I still loved it because I was like, man, this has fight scenes, and it has trench coats, and it has tough guys. Ooh, yeah, give me blanks. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody tends to, myself included, again, I'm not allowing myself to be outside of this criticism, but there's a tendency to have a, like, it was better when I was younger outlook on a lot of things, and I definitely did that. But there was a lot of fucking straight hot ridiculous garbage that I just ate up as a youth. And it's totally like the bias of nostalgia. That is, oh man, it's a fucking blank. That allows me to feel the way I do about it. It's rose-colored hindsight. Age factor. Age factor and gotta love good cheese are two funny quotes to have right next to each other. Whoa! And they both have double meanings that are pretty applicable. Dang, that's good. That was good. No. Dang. Let's get the splodies filled. That's gonna make it a little harder to do this one. This may end up being a nothing run, but that's okay. A non-abbreviated run. No PAL, no FOC, no LG, no LF. I'm going to have a hard time getting a Lich Flawless on this one because... Well... No, I'm not. Well, I should get a Lich Flawless as long as I don't take a bunch of damage on the way there. I totally forgot about my... my superpower in the form of the fucking flak jacket, full metal jacket, that's what it's called. I bet it's this way. Not so sure that it's this way. Yo, why is my character... Okay. I'm doing that thing where it locks you looking in one direction. Still functions perfectly fine. But it locks you looking. Those are 4 enemies you do not want to get time to start up. No idea where the exit's going to be, but I did go the right way, actually. Surprising everyone. Man, this would have been such a good run to get the battle standard. This is the right way. Nice! Okay, and we're good on that. Shove them in. Always shove them over. There we go. You could build out right on. Right on. Oh man, we are just sitting top. Why is this perma shooting? That was weird. We're just sitting fully as hard as possible on top of the DPS cap there. Yes, I feel like this is going to be a Lich Flawless. Dude, what is going on? It's fucking weird looking. A doo 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 doo. A doo doo. That's not what I want. Well, that was one of the cakest, one of the absolute cakest of Lich Flawlesses to date. Oh, God. That felt like a good cheese. I didn't even use the Full Metal Jacket on that boss fight. Could have. There were a couple of moments where it looked like I was going to, but I didn't. Oh. Oops. There we go. Just an LF. 266. Cheesy.